Hello everybody, Adam from A-Town Piracy here. I'm going to try to bring you a super quick, super simple, super easy rudder replacement, sorry about that. Rudder cable replacement and how to fix the steering on your Mako Riot 12 and make it easy, make the steering easy, make it where it's workable, usable. I've already done one video on it, come across another fix for it. This seems to work a little better, costs you $10 and you'll have multiple cables. Alright guys, here it is. These are stainless steel bike cables you can buy off Amazon. Comes in a pack of 10. That's the name of them. Ain't even gonna try to pronounce it. But like I said, it's just stainless steel. Make sure you buy stainless steel brake cables. And these are, I believe, 10 foot long is how long they are. We'll pull one out and check it here in a minute. But anyways guys, I'm gonna pull the my wife's Mako Riot 12 down. It's a little dirty, I apologize for that. I'm gonna get it set on the table where it's at working height, and we will get into the fix, and I will try to make it as simple and quick and easy and not a freaking 10-minute video. All right guys, let's get after it. Alright guys, first thing, make it quick and easy, simple, fast. Remove these rudder cable ties that hold your rudder cable in place. 4 screws, just remove those. Remove the seat, get it out of the way just to make it easier, and then we'll get into this. Alright guys, seat is out. Come here to the back. 2.5 millimeter Allen wrench to remove these screws. 2 here, 2 here. I'm going to get them taken out and then we'll move on. Alright, moving on up here to the steering controller. This takes a 4 millimeter Allen wrench, and on the bottom takes a 8 millimeter socket. I'm going to get that taken apart and then we'll move on from there. Alright, I got the steering cable or steering mechanism just pulled apart. Just one bolt, one long stainless steel bolt. Just remove it, make sure you don't drop the washers, and then you can see I've already been working in this thing prior, put grease in it, tried everything to make the steering work better till I actually moved the cables in one of my other videos I made. It didn't help at all as far as putting grease in there. So what I'm going to do now is just pull these cables out. You can see how they lock in, they just slide through a hole. So I'm going to get the grease cleaned up, pull these cables out, and we'll move on from there. Alright guys, one thing I did not tell you, before you run these cables through here and out the back to the rudder, make sure you install them around your actual control knob first, your actual steering knob. And like I say, it's super simple. You just go from the inside out, put the stop on the inside, and then continue to run your cables through there. Alright guys, quick thing I want to show you. When you're trying to get these cables wrapped around your steering spool, it is aggravating as crap. You can see it's hard to push that thing down in there because your cables keep trying to flop out. If you get your kayak up on a working surface where you can kind of reach, you just hold a little bit of pressure on this and pull your cables here in the back, and they will pull inside, and they are in there. Now all you do, install your screw, keep them from popping back out. Alright guys, got the cable pulled through, got this just kind of bolted back in place. Just a quick reminder, you can put this on backwards, and if you do, it will limit your steering. This thing at least needs to turn 90 from center. Hole needs to be back towards the back. Just remember that. Left and right up front here I did just put it on backwards, and this thing would only turn about this far because there's stops inside here. So make sure you put it on correctly. Got the cables ran out the back. Super simple. Getting ready to wrap them around these pivot points on the rudder and install these back on. One more just real quick reminder. Sorry for the camera shaking. These right here, before you wrap it around your pivot point, need to be slid on your cable first. If you do not, you just won't be able to do it. So slide it on the cable first, wrap, and then run back through. Alright guys, what I like to do is I got my connector for my cable already installed. Leave it loose where it's adjustable. Bring your pivot point here on your rudder and pull it tight. Now I'm going to do the same on the other side. Make sure that's in there. And I'm just snugging that up. I am not cranking down on it just yet. I'm going to go do the other side. Alright guys, I got my cables pulled fairly tight. They're not like you trying to pull a fence tight, you know what I'm saying? I just hand pulled them tight where they were wrapped really firmly around that on both sides. I have my connector snugged up. Got my rudder mounted. We got Sleeping Beauty that just woke up. Well, maybe flip that up so y'all can see it. Try to get the rudder and everything in the thing. Super easy to turn now, guys. I mean, like simple, like it should be. I'm going to tighten everything back up, and I'm going to show you one more trick that you need to know once you take one of these apart. Alright guys, I got the back tightened up. I loosened this up again because I want to show you something. This here, on this, I believe it is a 5mm bolt that runs through there. But anyways, it has a lock nut and a washer to hold it together. Alright, once you remove a lock nut one time, take it apart, it is no longer a lock nut. Because it has a like a nylon sheath in there is what locks onto the actual nut itself, or the bolt, I'm sorry. So what I have done is I add a second nut to it and just snug it up against the other lock nut. Now you could put a brand new lock nut on there, but two nuts jammed up against each other is just as good. And you're able to tighten it down pretty good, and it won't back off. And that is key on this control handle right here. Because if you do not do that, it will separate. This will start to unscrew, and you will start to have your cables come out the side. Done had it happen on both kayaks. Ever since I started putting the double lock nut on there, no issues at all. So that's something you need to do. And then you can go to Amazon or Fastenal, or you may be able to go to Lowe's or somewhere like that, Home Depot, and get some nuts. Maybe like Ace Hardware would probably be a better choice. But anyways, just take your screw with you. Make sure the lock nut fits. Like I said, I'm pretty sure it's a 5mm. 5 by 1.8, I believe is what it is. But anyways, y'all, I am getting ready to put this lock nut, second lock nut on there, and be done with this, and it will all be back together, ready for the trip to Florida. I may even replace the cable on that one, since it's been on there like 6 months or so, maybe even a little longer. Not 100% sure. It's better to replace it now than to get down there and have it break on me while I'm out on the water. So, all right, y'all, gonna let you go. Hope you learned something. Super quick, simple, easy, $10 Amazon fix. Like I said, you can look these things up on Amazon. That is where I got these from. Like I say, that is the name brand of it. And you don't have to buy that brand, I'm telling you. You just need to make sure it is stainless steel bike cable with no coating on it. And these, when I measured them, I was telling you they were like 10 foot long. I was lying to you. I measured them, they were 6.5 foot long. So anyways, I think I'm getting ready to do the other kayak, that way to be done and out of the way. And I'll get back at you when I get back at it. Check you later.